Kim Mulkey just went to Europe and came back with a weapon. 6'3", for years of professional experience. EuroLeague tested, built like a problem, and she shoots threes. LSU women's basketball just signed Noa Morro, and the entire SEC needs to pay attention right now. Because Mulkey didn't just fill a roster spot. She just solved the exact weakness that held LSU back last season. And when you understand what this signing actually means, what it does to their frontcourt, what it does to their matchup problems, what it does to their ceiling, you're going to realize that LSU just reloaded for a championship run. Stay right there. Zakiya Johnson, recruited as a guard, playing forward out of necessity. Mulkey needed her back on the perimeter where she actually belongs. And Grace Knox and Kate Koval, talented, developing, but young. Not yet the dominant frontcourt presence a championship program goes and finds the exact solution, and she found it in Spain. Because here's what you need to understand about Noa Morro. She is not a project. She is not a developmental player coming over hoping college basketball works out. She is 21 years old, and she has already played 4 years of professional basketball at the highest levels in Europe. 2 seasons in the EuroLeague, the most elite women's club competition on the planet. 1 season in Euro Cup. 1 season in Spain's top professional league. And most recently, she averaged 8 points and 7.5 rebounds per game for Kutsabank Ariski in 25 minutes a night against professional competition. In the Eurobasket tournament representing Spain's national team, she averaged 10 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. 6'3", rebounds, defends, and shoots 38% from three-point range. Let me say that again. A 6'3" post player shooting 38% from three. That is not a role player. That is a matchup nightmare. Because now opposing coaches have to make an impossible choice. Do you guard her with a big and give up your interior defense? Or do you guard her with a guard and watch her go over the top of them all night? There is no good answer. And Kim Mulkey knows exactly what she's doing. Now here's what makes this signing even more interesting. Noa Morro isn't just talented. She's connected to this program in a way that goes deeper than a recruiting call. She played with Lauren Cox during her time at Valencia Basket, Cox being one of Mulkey's former players. That connection matters. Because it means Morro already understood the standard, already had a window into what Mulkey builds and what Mulkey expects. She didn't come to LSU blind. She came knowing exactly what she was walking into. And there's another layer to this story. Noa Morro's mother Sarah played basketball too. At one point, they wore the same jersey and the same number on the same team. A mother who passed her love of the game to her daughter. A daughter who took that love all the way to EuroLeague. And now all the way to Baton Rouge. That's not just a family, on meaning. Understood that immediately. She didn't just sign a player. She signed someone who already understood what it means to carry something bigger than yourself onto the court. So let's talk about what the Tigers actually look like now. Frontcourt. Noa Morro, Grace Knox, Kate Koval. Morro brings the size, the shooting, and the professional experience. Knox and Koval develop alongside her, learning from someone who has already been doing this at the highest level for 4 years. Zakiya Johnson moves back to the perimeter where she was recruited to play, where she's actually dangerous. And the entire offensive system opens up. Because when you have a 6'3" shooter at the 4, teams can't pack the paint. They can't collapse on drives. They can't help off her. Every guard on this roster becomes more dangerous because Noa Morro is on the floor. That is elite roster construction. And Mulkey has done it again. She identified the exact problem. She went internationally to solve it. She brought in someone with proven professional experience rather than gambling on a developmental player. And she just walked into a program built for championships under one of the greatest coaches in the history of the sport. LSU had a problem entering the offseason. Kim Mulkey flew to Europe and solved it. So here's the question for the comments right now. Does LSU make a championship run with this roster? Or does the SEC have an answer for what Mulkey just built? Drop your prediction below. Subscribe if you're not already locked in. Women's college basketball is heating up and Sideline Tea is covering every move. See you in the next one.